Honestly, I had no idea about this until it was pointed out on Twitter, and after seeing it, I'm actually really glad that this happened. So today we're going to be talking about a change they made to the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero demo. Now, if you guys don't know, I've had the opportunity to play the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero demo a lot. I got to play it for the first time ever at Summer Game Fest, and then I got to play it again at EVO, and then after that I got to play it at Anime Impulse. And recently, I had the privilege to play the Gamescom build. And when I was playing all of them, I was more so focused on, just playing the game, getting footage for you guys, getting that edited, and then getting that uploaded. But what I didn't realize is that they actually sped up the gameplay from the previous three versions of, the demo, Summer Game Fest, EVO, Anime Impulse, and other events that has been at prior to all of that. And the most recent build with the new characters, the Gamescom build. So I ended up seeing a video on Twitter, and it showed a few clips of, I think it was Super Saiyan Goku versus various characters and whatnot, right? And there was a noticeable difference in, the speed of his combos. So I took it upon myself to review my footage, and I specifically went to the first ever footage I recorded, which was from Summer Game Fest, and then the footage that you guys just got a few days ago, the Gamescom build footage. And there is 100% a difference in speed, and I'm all down for it. You guys are probably seeing the clip on the screen right now. It's a clip of me using Gogeta, and Gogeta's just using his rush attack, but you can see that the Summer Game Fest version of that, of the game is definitely slower in comparison to the Gamescom build. And I might try to throw in some other clips within this video of you guys, just seeing gameplay from Summer Game Fest and gameplay from, Gamescom. But yes, they absolutely sped up the game. Now, personally speaking, right? When I played both demos, both iterations, I'll just say the slow version and the fast version, right? They still felt good to play personally, but it feels more satisfying when you're landing attacks and they're significantly faster. I mean, you can even see it in animations of newer characters that we didn't really get to see much gameplay of, and how well it flows and feels, right? Prime example, and I'll have the clip on here as well, is with Kid Buu, right? Kid Buu is a very fast character. He's always been a very quick character in pretty much any Dragon Ball game that he's in. So I'm pretty sure in previous builds, he probably played fine, but his combos were probably slower, right? And I'm probably still just as powerful, but probably just a bit slower and probably wouldn't really feel too impactful. But now, right, you guys are seeing on the screen right now, this is what Kid Buu is capable of doing now. The speed and power is all there. And not only that, when I was using Vegito, I noticed that his string was fast, right? But I thought that was maybe a character specific thing, right? But it turns out that no, they just overall sped up the game, which is nice. So with it being sped up, it's not gonna be slow or dragged on or whatever the case may be, because if there is one thing that I realized, it's when I played the previous demos, since it was slower, most of my matches would always go to time, right? Surprisingly, it does actually make that much of a difference, right? Because the slower your battle is, the more time that, passes on. And the more time that passes on, the greater the chance that you won't be able to actually finish the battle. But when it came down to me, playing this newest build, the Gamescom build, I think I only got to time a few times. And again, remember that this was a very consistent thing that was happening. If you go and check my Anime Impulse coverage, you'll see that a lot of my matches made it to time. And the biggest reason is because the combat was slower. So with it now being sped up, matches won't drag out for anywhere near as long. I mean, unless, maybe your opponent is stalling by running away or doing something, I don't know. But in a general retrospect, matches will now be faster, and you'll have a lower probability of having matches reach time, which is good. And also, it really makes me hyped to see which characters are going to benefit from this, because in Tenkaichi 3, And if I'm able to get some footage on the screen, you guys will see it. If not, then, you know, just gotta kind of take my word for it. But Tenkaichi 3 definitely had characters that suffered from a very slow fighting style, right? One character in particular that comes to mind that's also in this newest Gamescom build is Spopovich. Spopovich's fighting style was very slow, but I understand what they were going for, right? Like Spopovich, you know, is a big dude, so he's powerful, but since he's big and powerful, he's slow, right? But in this case, that's just not it anymore. I mean, I'll put the Spopovich gameplay from Sporking Zero on the screen now, but you know, he feels faster. Now, I don't know if that's just me like tripping or not, but like he felt faster in Dragon Ball Sporking Zero, especially, you know, the Gamescom build, because that's the only demo that he's in. But yeah, Spopovich felt faster. And I think that's also a trend that they did for a lot of the slower characters that were in Tenkaichi 3 as well. Because even from previous footage, like people were saying that the slower characters got buffed, right, with their attack speed, which is good. Because again, being powerful is good and all, but having a slow fighting style is not really going to help you out. So it just goes to show that the developers are actually listening to us when it comes down to certain things that we do want to see, you know, change and whatnot. There was one thing that I got to experience while I was playing the demo, but I wasn't recording at the time, and that was even beam struggles, right? Beam struggles got improved. Like the camera is much smoother now. Now, yes, it still breaks dimensions. I never had an issue with that. I know some people have issues with that. You know, it is what it is, truthfully, but at the very least, like things are changing incrementally, right? Like the beam struggles are much smoother now. It's just like a smooth rotation that slowly like zooms into the character. And then after that, like it's a very smooth transition. I should just say that. So again, the game is improving bit by bit, and I'm all down for it, because at the end of the day, our criticisms are what's going to make this game the best game that it can potentially be, right? There's still time for them to work on the game, like iron out some of the bugs and whatnot, and then hopefully when the game launches, we end up with an absolutely mind-blowing product. From what I've experienced from this recent demo, we are in for peak. We truly have arrived. Like, this is actual Dragon Ball gaming, right? So again, they have just a bit more time left to like really work on the game, iron out some of the bugs, and have this be as polished as possible before the game has to go gold. Because remember, the game is releasing in less than 2 months, so there is still work that needs to be done, but hopefully they'll iron out those bugs, polish up this game as much as possible, and then we can end up with an absolutely incredible Dragon Ball game. But from what I've experienced so far, already having the gameplay be sped up is absolutely worth it to me. And trust me, if you guys have the opportunity to play this demo, I don't know if this is going to be part of like the road tour thing or whatever the case may be. If it is though, and you have the opportunity to play the demo, play it, and you will see for yourself just how amazing this game feels to play, especially now that they made the update to the character's battle speed. You guys will definitely notice the difference, and I promise you're gonna love it. But I do want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.